Hi, good day. Welcome to Exposè. I have a number of exposés to bring to you this morning, but I'm going to bring them in parts so that as I upload them, you will have a chance to digest each and every one. As I said before, Exposé does not broadcast unless we have substantiated and confirmed proof of the activities we are speaking about. So this morning I'm going to speak to you about a situation which involves personnel from the Ministry of Agriculture. Now, we all know we go through Barbados and we see fisher people operating from stalls. We see people in Boxers Road operating and selling fish and having bars, etc. We see stalls in Dover. We see stalls in many different locations where these stalls are done through the ministry, whether it's agriculture, food and fisheries, whatever, but they're all under one umbrella. However, we are noticing a trend where there is corruption involved. We're noticing where personnel are leasing stalls to friends, and not only to friends, but the friends sometimes have more than one stall. And these friends, even though it's a breach of protocol, a breach of the lease agreement, are subletting these stalls to others at exorbitant prices. And the personnel from the Ministry of Agriculture are getting kickbacks. I want to bring your attention to a situation that's happening right now, and it involves some characters. I had the opportunity to speak to them, and I would have spoken to them and warned them that if it is found that this is true, that I will expose them. And it has been found to be true. We have a situation where a guy who leases a stall from an individual only found out recently that he's been leasing a stall for 10 years at $800 a month. And this doesn't include utilities, because he pays utilities too, from a young lady. And the young lady is not the real owner of the stall. The real owner of the stall passed away in 2017. And for some reason, this young lady has friends within the ministry, within the section that deals specifically with these stalls. Because she has a stall somewhere down in Princess Alice Highway. She has a stall where the guy is subletting, they're saying, but her name hasn't been really done officially for it. And she and her family have another stall. So she has about 3 stalls because of her affiliation with these gentlemen within this department. And then she has not been paying rent. Okay, so it means that for about 10 years, this guy is owed $92,000, only to find out that the rent is not being paid. No, there was a meeting relevant to it, and for some reason, there is collusion. But we know there would have to be some kind of collusion for her to have access to this stall, even though she has other stalls. So they know what they've done. Somebody has turned off the electricity where the young gentleman has been playing his trade. Now, this guy is a very hard worker. He feeds his family through this stall, etc. And for some reason, they've just turned the electricity off, which means he has to maybe borrow electricity from somebody or the other in order to continue playing his trade. These things are not good, Barbadians. We have some characters. I'm hearing some names being called. I don't know the involvement, but I'm hearing a King, I'm hearing a Payne, I'm hearing Willoughby's, I'm hearing all kind of different names being called that work within the departments who have a say as to what goes on. And in speaking to these people, I am not hearing something that is efficacious to this young gentleman. It sounds more as if they're in line with the young lady. And we've just been able to make some calls and find out who the real owner of the stall was. We found out that that person's grandson, has been trying to lay claim to the stall also. But we are hearing that the people are allowing this young lady to have control, even though she already has stalls. There's a situation where another gentleman spoke to me, and he told me that he was given a stall, but somebody else had said it was for a young lady, and he had been given keys. And for some reason, the people had to go back to him and give him back his money because somebody above wanted the stall for this young lady. A lot of racket is going on, people. And the minister, Mr. Indawir, needs to look into this. He needs to specifically look into the stalls in Cheapside, the stalls in the fishing complex in town, and the stalls on Westbury Road leading to Baxter's Road. He needs to specifically look into them. There's also some form of conspiracy happening within Dover also. So people, please, when you hear people crying out and saying that they're being taken advantage of, there's always something going on behind, some kind of machination going on behind. And we have some very corrupt officials sitting within departments. We can't say that the people at top are always to blame, because a lot of these ministries are departmentalized and compartmentalized, so people have their own little fiefdom going on. We need to look at this, because sometimes people stay in a position for too long and they believe that that position is theirs. So I believe that people working in government should come under scrutiny. And if you find a person is not producing, or you're finding some form of corruption, move them, demote them, send them someplace else. Don't let them stay someplace too long where they believe that they own that place, okay? I just wanted to bring that to your attention, and I'll bring another video to you in a couple of seconds, all right? But thank you for listening to Exposè.